and welcome back to my scrappy space. We are working on day 5. It's a sketch designed by Susan Stringfellow from Sketch Savvy, and it looks like a lot of fun. There's a couple of tags, there's some angles here, there's a couple of mats, and 3 photos, 3 by 4. Now I had already chose my photos. These are not 3 by 4, but they're pretty close, I think. And I am doing a layout about my sister's goats. This is Chewy and this is Levi, and I believe, and these are all Levi, unfortunately, but because Chewy was always off adventuring, but my little sister used to walk her goats up and down the street in their community. She lives in a town, and it allowed goats. I mean, people were very gracious, but anyways. So I just want to remember that they had them for a short amount of time. She was rehoming them and for a guy that she worked with. So let's go ahead and decide which papers I'm going to be using. I think I decided on using this one with the pink floral. I think it's super sweet. I think I'm going to do a little mat with that. And then that's super cute too. I may use that, not quite sure. Now I thought about using that one, but I really like this floral in the back. And we know what I'm gonna do, right? Yeah, we're gonna fussy cut. I have to, it's just one of those things. Yeah, pretty much. But I am gonna bring in these dies, and I'm gonna use a couple of them just to bring in some, you know, grass and that type of thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this as the beginning mat. Okay, where did my sketch go? See, too much going on, too much going on. I had originally thought about doing a cut file with mountains right here, and then I jumped on and I did some cut files, and I didn't do mountains. I ended up doing a cut file and then some summer stuff, and then which led me to the Father's Day gift that I'm working on for my husband, and so that didn't happen. So anyways, I am gonna go ahead and start working on that. I am gonna do this photo of my little sister. I'm gonna pop it up on foam tape, and we will come back when I have a little bit more of this put together. As with all videos, I start off with one idea and then it evolves into something else. I'm trying to bring it back to the sketch. Now, part of the thing is with this sketch is I had a problem with day 2, and I think I'm still a little scarred by that. With the angles, it turned out fine, but it was really a struggle for me because I overthought it. It was a very simple sketch and I overthought it. But as I was going to go ahead and embrace doing these triangles. I thought about doing a cut file with mountains, which would be super cute, just FYI, and so I'm gonna eventually try that. When I went in to do my cut file with my mountains, I went ahead and went a totally different direction. I did do some cutting with my maker though, and what had happened is I was getting the mats down for the sketch, and I flipped it over, and this piece of paper was on the back side of this, and I was like, oh, I like those flowers. So that's what I did. I fussy cut them, and so that's what I'm gonna add here and here. I did cut this a little bit short on my frame, and I'm gonna add my flowers. Now, I'm not a huge fan of tags, and because my photos had to be a little bit larger, I went ahead, I made some tags, but they just didn't look right to me, so I'm just taking them off. I got my washi tape down here, and I'm gonna add my title, which is Chewy, little Mr. Chewy Man. And then, of course, when I'm doing this layout, I'm thinking to myself, oh, this would be super cute if I, you know, scuffed up the edges and all of that. But sometimes you just gotta make your layout a little faster than all the ideas that pop into your head. So I'm trying to kind of get this a little bit centered, but I don't think I'm gonna get it centered very well. Nope. I'm gonna just be moving it around. So these letters were in my cart in my vending machine, and the frustrating thing about purchasing letters is, I don't think that's on there very well as far as center, but I'm going with it. This is the frustrating part. There are a bunch of A's, there are a bunch of I's, there's some in here, some down here, there's a bunch of O's. I got 2 E's. This tall one here, or this capital, and this lowercase one. That is it. They gave me a bunch of S's, 3 Q's, and 2 E's. Sorry, I'm a little irritated, to be perfectly honest. And I guess I can, with the F's, I can make some E's, and there's 4 F's and 2 E's. I'm sorry, okay? I'm gonna let it go. But that's part of the reason why I'm doing my die cuts, is because it's just frustrating, so frustrating. So let's look at this sketch, and this is by Susan Stringfellow from Sketch Savvy as well. And there was a mat behind here, and then another mat, and then the 2 tags. So here's this mat. I had to make it bigger because of my photos. Here's the additional mat. And then I'm just gonna add florals, and these were so pretty. I love how they take a form of their own when you cut them out. And they're not perfectly cut out, to be perfectly honest. But I sat out with my husband, and we watched a movie last night, and I fussy cut flowers because he was watching one of those movies that I'm like, that's a little gory. I'm a little sensitive soul sometimes, and I'm like, So I do one of those, what happened kind of thing, which it kind of irritates him, I think, sometimes. But he's very gracious towards me. But I can only handle so much, and it's kind of that Viking line, you know, that I don't even know the word I'm using, but it's a little much for me. So I had pulled these enamel dots because they were going to go perfectly, but I went into my enamel dots and I thought these will go perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere these down, and we'll come back. I got those adhered down, and now I'm going to go ahead and just add some of these to my centers because I think they're beyond adorable. I think it'll be a nice touch. I don't think I'll add anything up there, but I do like just this little pop. I'm just going to add these in all the way around. Whoops, one of them popped off. Now I think I'll have to go back and add, some adhesive to these because I think I've heard people say they've had problems with them popping off. But we will do that. There we go. I like it. That was so much fun. I really enjoy that. I like how it turned out. Whoops, let's get that piece off there. And I think I think I'm just gonna let it go. I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna add some glossy accents, excuse me, but I'm not. I think I'm just gonna keep it as is, and it's pretty much close, right? I don't know. Please go check out the list below. There's a playlist. They've done things a little bit differently. So please click on the playlist and you can go through all of the people that are playing. There are so many amazing creators out there that are thinking outside of the box, and you guys need to go check them out. They're great. Give them a thumbs up. It really helps them. Please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And we will see you tomorrow. Hope you have a super amazing day and you're out there making some memories. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.